Welcome back to Restorations with Jack.
Hello and greetings to Restoration with Jack. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I turned this old footstool into this, as I'm going to be, showing the final product on the screen at this moment. So, first things first, we have to break it down.
Break it down? Are you kidding me? That's hand-carved mahogany.
Because when it comes to restoration, it must become darkest before the dawn. In order to take a giant leap forward, one must take a couple steps back. You can't make an omelet without first breaking some eggs. So let's take it apart. Alrighty, so in here we've just got flathead bolts holding this to the top cushion piece. Unfortunately, they are flatheads, which I have a major bone to pick with flathead screws and bolts. I hate them, but here we are. That was easy. All right, now we are going to sand this down to get rid of this nasty paint job. Alrighty, now to sand this down, we're going to be using this DeWalt circular sander. And the reason I'm doing this first and then I'm going to do the upholstery work on the cushion section is because I want to get this sanded so that I can stain it and the stain can dry and get all finished while I'm doing the upholstery work. Once I finish the upholstery work, hopefully the stain will be done and then we can just put it back together and we'll be done. We'll be Dunzo, Washington. So yeah, we're gonna start off with some 60 grit sandpaper. All right, I've got this profile done, so now I just gotta attack the sides and above. It's been like 10 minutes. All right, well, it's been about 30 minutes with the 60 grit, and I've pretty much given it a once over. I think it took about 30 minutes to get pretty much all of it off. There's still some spots that I haven't been able to reach, like right here and inside there, but luckily I have a Dremel, and so I'm gonna be able to get into these areas with this guy. So yeah, I think it's already looking a whole lot better without that nasty white paint on there. Alrighty, well, now that we've finished sanding with the circular sander, we're gonna move from this 60 grit and work our way up to 220 grit. We're gonna make it really nice and smooth before we add the stain. Alrighty. Alrighty, well, that is pretty much the final sanding, and now it is ready for the staining. Alrighty, well, we have dusted off the surface with the compressed air machine. So now, in order to make sure that all the dust and all the sawdust and sand and everything is completely out of there, I'm gonna give it a once over with a, whoa, that had a lot of power, a damp cloth, just to make sure that I've gotten everything off. Alrighty, now that we have wiped it down, it's time for the stain. I'm gonna be going with Natural 209. She's real fine, my 209. Now, this is the only paintbrush I can find. It's a little wider than I would like, but that's all we got. And I'm not too sure what this stain is going to look like on this wood. I'm kind of just winging it and hoping for the best. So, here we go. All right, well, I've finished staining it. This is the stain. It's drying now, and I am pretty happy with how this stain color has come out with this wood, because it's a nice light stain and it's just making everything look golden and accentuating the grains of the wood. Oh yeah. So now we move on to the upholstering. Alrighty, now when it comes to the upholstery, we are going to rip this off. Taking the staples out one by one, hopefully. Yeah, it's not too difficult. See? It's already been reupholstered before. This is the original fabric. But I'm gonna leave this on and wrap the new foam and fabric around this. All right, now I am a TikTok educated upholstery person, so I'm gonna do it the way I've seen it done in TikTok videos and other YouTube videos, of course, but mostly TikTok. So from what I've learned there, it's best to do the corners first. So we're gonna staple the corners first. I like doing upholstery stuff because it's pretty difficult to mess it up. Like this is pretty nice, pretty good. And once we wrap the other fabric around the top, it's gonna be pristine.
The impossible dreams.
Alrighty, now, here's where it gets real. Alrighty, for the reveal. I think that turned out pretty perfectly. Alrighty, well now that we have finished the upholstery, we got all the edges looking nice and beautiful. Now we're just gonna attach it, put it all back together again, and boom, look at that. New fabric, new cushion. Now it's nice and soft. You'll love to see it. Love to see it. There you have it. There is the finished product.
And this is the after. So this is my grandmother's footstool. She picked out the fabric. She's fond of this lake in Minnesota called Moose Lake. So this is the Moose Lake footstool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Until next time.